Hey guys, good morning. I was hoping for this. Really chilly day today. Perfect for some noodles. Let me show you some of my favorite places. First place I'm going to is called Phnom Penh Noodle Shack, one of my favorite breakfast noodle places. Cambodian noodles. What I love about this place is not only is it delicious, it's open really early in the morning, so I used to come here before my flights back to New York because having a stomach full of noodles on a plane, it just feels good. There's always a wait. The best thing to get here is the #1 Phnom Penh noodles. The house special comes with basically everything. And you want to get these things. These are breadsticks. In Chinese it's youtiao, but they're basically fried dough. And you dip these in the soup and they soak up that broth oh so well. The fish sauce here is for your noodles. The bean sprouts, add to your soup just like you would a bowl of pho. Slices of pork, liver, shrimp, ground meat. And there's gonna be a little bit of sauce on the bottom. Add in a little garlic fish sauce. Then of course, these are my favorite chilies. You wanna get to it quickly or else it's gonna just clump up like mine did. Because I gotta film everything and it's just sitting in a bowl. These noodles really deserve your attention right away. Take a bite of noodles. Sip of broth. Oh my gosh. The broth is so ridiculous. What I also like to do sometimes is just dip the noodles in the broth itself. It's really just a little light soy sauce in here, but all that great porky flavor from the meat, from the innards, is absorbed in the noodles as well. So it makes it just extremely, extremely tasty. Love the garlicky fish sauce. That hint of garlic really elevates these noodles. This place opens at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you're staying around here, instead of the typical bacon and eggs, come here and get you some noodles. And this broth, it's a little similar to pho broth, but besides the beefy element, there's also pork in here, also some chicken, so it's just a really great, tasty, light, meaty broth. This is the crown jewel, this bowl of broth here. And you want to just kind of shower it, give it a little soupy sauna. And this is actually not the best vessel to use when you're eating the broth. This is. Take a piece, soak it in, and the bread is really airy. You see that? So it's gonna capture a lot of soup pretty quickly. That is the best way to eat this. Oh yeah, this. At this restaurant, this is pretty obsolete. Look at the meat just break away. This bone is meant to be picked up and gnawed on. Don't just let it sit here and pick at it with your chopsticks with a fork. Pick this up and eat it like a caveman because that's the respect this thing deserves. Look at this. Oh, you gotta get really right up in there because you don't want a single piece of anything edible left on the bone. Add the noodles. Soup. Then a bite of meat. Then just rinse and repeat. And then when you think there's nothing left, suck on it some more. Actually, you do need the spoon, especially at the bottom part. See all that? Where all that good stuff is? The fallen meat, all that spices that sunk to the bottom. This is the most flavorful bite of the soup. You can also put your noodles in the broth, which is what I'm doing towards the end, and make yourself a bowl of noodle soup. I do have a problem though. I still got a bunch more noodles left out of broth. So, luckily I got a second bowl. Oh, that was a lot. I feel really good and really bad at the same time. And what I love about having noodles for breakfast is that you can have it again for lunch. And that's what we're gonna do after a little break. It's lunchtime in this next place I'm going to. I just really wanted to come back here just because this morning I had a really nice bowl of noodles with that giant pork bone, and that made me think of this place. And this place I already filmed in a vlog like long time ago, but I just really want to stop by again. Let's go. Every time I walk in and smell the aroma, my heart just starts pounding. And the menu, the beginners. I usually get number 11, which has everything in there. And then the other reason I love this place so much is this, the bone with meat and the back rib. And it's only $3 extra and $3.50 extra. So worth it. You can't even find a deal close to this in New York. Not even close. Also, they got hot oil. My kind of place. When you're ready to order, just push the button. Could I get a number 11 and the number 10? I want the bone, you know, the massive bone with the tendon. And then I want the ribs. Hot tea, please. Thank you so much. Getting like my week full of veggies, eating Vietnamese food in LA this time. Oh, thank you. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. Let me show you something that's just gonna, oh, it's so incredibly pretty. And I'm not just talking about the pink scissors either, but look at this massive bowl. This is just insane. It's like they brought a quarter of a cow here. The other great thing, $3. Where can you get this for $3? So this is the tendon bowl. It's got all that cartilage and tendon, all that gelatinous yumminess. It's all in here. There's some marrow in here as well. And then you got this. This is the bone with meat. And this is one of the greatest things ever. And the pho itself. Add your greens, add your sprouts, a little bit of jalapeno, squeeze of lime. First thing gotta do, oh God, this makes me so happy and sad at the same time. I'm really happy right now, but nowhere in New York can you find a place that even comes close to this. The broth with a little lime juice adds just a bit of citrus. Amazingly beefy, and every sip you take, it leaves your lips with just that slight gelatinous sticky texture. This is one of the few pho places I don't even really need sriracha in my broth, because this on its own was just so incredibly amazing. And what I love about getting the 2 extra meat dishes, besides the fact that they're basically the same price as a couple bubble teas, is the fact that there is also a lot of excess soup in here as well. So once you finish with the soup in your pho, just pour the soup in from the meat bowls as well. Sauna the meat a little bit here. Oh, here we go. This is so cool, watch this. Just scraping it on the side of the bowl, it's already falling off. I feel so blessed this morning. I had a great bone with meat in the last run I was at, and now this. There's just so much going on in just that one bite. You get a little fat, tons of tender beef with just the biggest beefy flavor. You don't even need to bite the meat off the bone. Just take a piece in your mouth, a little pressure from your lips, that's all it takes. Just like a subtle beefy kiss. And if you want even more flavor on this, here's what you do. Take your bone, dip it in a little sriracha and hoisin sauce. Oh. If the smile doesn't automatically come to your face after taking a bite like that, I really don't think we can be friends. Let's get to this, because this is insane. This has got to be like a 8-pound, maybe even 10-pound bone with all the tendon, meat, fat, cartilage, all on here. And that is the best part, plus a little bit of marrow right in here. And this thing, they give you scissors to cut it up. Cut a couple pieces off. Dip it into your sauce. Maybe a little bit of hot oil as well. Chase it with some noodles. I'm just eating the noodles on its own because it's been soaking in here for a little longer than I wanted to. But now all that great beefy flavor is inside the noodles. That is just so good. And if you don't want to mess with the scissors, what you can do is just take this massive bone and sink your teeth right into it. Tap into your inner barbarian, your inner caveman. Conjure up all that fun-loving freakness and just dive into this thing. And you know like this, the other good thing is, you're eating and burning calories at the same time because it's that heavy. Every time you take a bite, it's like doing a curl. This is my favorite type of workout. No, seriously. After one meal of this, you're gonna feel it in your biceps. I like to just put my seasoning straight up on this thing. My heart is so full right now. Stomach still not so much, but my heart is full. Ah, so happy. So freaking happy. I think somebody's got to roll me out of here. I'm full, but I feel pretty fantastic. Oh, that was deeply satisfying. This is Miss Turdy, the owner. Love your pho. Thank you so much. You just made my day. Oh, also, we match.
Now? Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I need a drink. Maybe something sweet. I know just the place. Coco King. I gotta get this drink every time I'm in SoCal. What pho does to me as a noodle in a food, this does to me as a drink. And there's just a few flavors. What I get every single time is the matcha Coco King. So there's matcha, you get coconut, sugar cane juice, and coconut meat. Here it is, my large sugar cane juice with matcha and coconut. There's just something about that combination of flavors that just really makes your mouth dance and makes your body feel good. So refreshing, not overly sweet, even though it's sugar cane juice. All right, I'm gonna go sip on this for a while, and then there's one more noodle place we gotta try out. It's dinner time, and today we had some Cambodian noodles, some Vietnamese noodles. I figure it's time for some Chinese ones. And this place, I've always wanted to try Omar's, and it's Xin Jiang cuisine, one of my favorites. Scott, I almost feel like I'm in someone's living room. Omar restaurant, very cozy little place. And if you guys don't know, Xin Jiang is an autonomous region in northwestern China, basically the gateway of the Silk Road. A lot of dishes like noodles and breads and ton of meat, not too much vegetables, so basically perfect cuisine for me. And this place is a full house, and their signature dish is called Big Plate of Chicken. The name is basically the same as the dish. It's just a massive plate of chicken. You'll see. Very typical drink, the mint tea. I love this stuff. First up, another Xin Jiang specialty, lamb skewers. This thing, really simple, little chili, little cumin, little salt, a lot of aroma. Oh, tons of flavor. I love this so much. Grew up eating this, and I love it when this thing is cooked on metal skewers because it's piping hot on the inside as well. This one in particular, lamb is incredibly tender, and look at all that juice. This is a meat pancake. Essentially, it's just a meat pie. Nice and crispy on the outside, and the inside, it's like some peppers, tons of meat. Oh man, this is gonna be super crispy on the outside, gorgeously juicy and tender inside. Just eat this like a pizza. Oh. It's crushed. It's so crispy and flaky. And it's lamb, and there's some fatty pieces in here, so there's a ton of juice. You gotta get this when you come here. It's everything I thought it would be and more. The pancake is just the right amount of thickness, gorgeous golden color. It's juicy. You think that it might be overly greasy? It's not at all. This is just ultra yummy. That's what it is. There's only one thing I can make this better. Bring out the hot oil. And just a tiny bit of Chinese vinegar for me, just for some added umami-ness. Get that all up in there. Some of you might not like Chinese vinegar. I love it. And I love to add on anything that's really meaty or any sort of dough, like a bun or like noodles. It just balances out everything. This is a must try. If you live around here, I don't know why you're not here right now eating this. I'll be honest with you guys right now. I might not like this. This is milk tea. It's a very traditional Xin Jiang dish. When you visit Xin Jiang families, if you're the guest, right away, as soon as you walk through the door, they bring you a bowl, not a cup, a bowl of milk tea. The milk tea is basically the food essence of Xin Jiang culture because there's a lot of meats there, a lot of dough, but again, not a lot of veggies. And also it's really cold, so people drink this to keep warm and to absorb the nutrients that they're missing out from their tea. And the thing with this is that it's salty. It's salty milk tea. So yeah, not your typical bubble tea. And sometimes people put some nuts in here as well. And I had a tea like this in Mongolia, did not love it, so I just wanted to try it here. It's not as intolerable as the milk tea I had in Mongolia, which is much more salty. It just tastes like almost like a soy milk soup. I don't like it that much. It's definitely a very, very, very acquired taste. Here it is. Star of tonight's dinner, the big plate of chicken. Some chilies, potatoes, garlic, onions, big chunks of chicken, and thick biang biang noodles. This is one of my favorite things to eat in the world. So yeah, the name of this dish, basically, it's very straightforward and very, very literal. A big plate of chicken, and noodles, and potatoes, and just a tiny bit of veggies. This is one of my favorite dishes of all time. This will bring a smile to anybody's face, right? Come on, you're smiling right now, aren't you? Isn't it just so pretty? I am so happy with this dish sitting in front of me. Biang biang noodles, my favorite noodles of all time. Ever so incredibly chewy. The potatoes, oh my god, the potatoes. Oh, they taste like little potatoey clouds. They're so soft. If you just squeeze it a little bit with your chopsticks, they're breaking. Oh, I love good potatoes in my noodle dishes. I think they pair so well together. Seriously, squeeze the potatoes here with your tongue to the roof of your mouth, it becomes mash. I think their chicken here is flavored really well. A bit dry for my taste. Maybe it's because I had to film and I let this dish sit around for about 6-7 minutes. This is my type of dish. I could eat this whole big thing myself. No help needed. Oh. That's a long noodle. That was the longest slurp of my life. To really enjoy this right, add a little Chinese vinegar. You're adding a bunch of umami flavor, and the vinegar is really gonna balance out the grease that's in here. So you'll be able to eat a lot more of this dish without feeling like it's too much. Oh, that was a great end to a fantastic noodle day. I mean, I was just feeling a little peckish when I came here because I ate a lot all day. Get a peckish chicken. But definitely took care of business. All the places I went to today, I highly, highly recommend. Absolutely just made this day so incredibly wonderful. Also, if you don't know, we got some new shirts in the store. I think the shelf is underneath the video. This one, Everybody was tofu fighting. Okay, I think I'm on like a noodle high right now. As always, all the places I went to is listed for you in my description box below. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.